Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go for a ride. I gotta grab some supplies. Just found out that they're gonna have a 30-day stay-at-home kind of order going on. So I've got a few essentials that I gotta pick up. Nothing hoarding, just kind of did a little mental calculating. 30 days, how much food do I usually burn through, and what do I need? So go ahead and grab a few items to make sure we got enough to get through this. So thanks for tuning back in. Traffic looks a little heavy here, but that's just because this is like the biggest high congestion part of my part of town. Dunlawton and Nova Road. Even when there's hardly anything going on, there's always something going on right here. Sure, a lot of cops out today. It's like the third one I've seen. Definitely not shift change around this time of day. Yeah, earlier today I scrolling through the interwebs and saw that Daytona had put in a nighttime curfew. I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what good that'll do, because everything's closed at nighttime anyway. How that's going to keep people apart, I don't know, but whatever. So the first stop I'm going to make, I'm going to head up to the PetSmart store. It's up there by the Daytona Speedway. That raggedy old cat that's in some of my videos, I call him Seamus because of his red hair. He's an old fart, so he needs that special dietary food. I'm gonna go grab a few cans up here to make sure I got enough to get through a month. I don't know if these guys will be open the whole time or if they'll have it in stock, so figured I'd grab a few more, make sure you just got 30 days worth. And then I'll probably head back down to the house and get a few things for myself. Cool building over here. Part of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Reminds me of the rear end of an aircraft carrier. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but they're located right beside the airport. I imagine they're probably shut down just like most of the colleges are. It's a private university, not a state university. Oh, this is the one that's more of a, right there. Looks more like the rear end of a ship, aircraft carrier. So, even though I'm considered an essential employee, I'm not going to be riding my motorcycle around a lot on my days off, obviously. If you guys got any ideas what kind of content you might like for me to scrounge up, give me a comment down below in the comment section of the video, and I'll see what I can scrounge up. I'm sure I got plenty of footage to do, like a compilation video of Bike Week. And if you can think of anything else, be sure to give me a holler. I'll be willing to give it a shot. There's Daytona Speedway over there. See the stands and the high banks. I went to the 500 for the first time in about 30 years this year with my daughter and her boyfriend, who's a big NASCAR fan. He is. And it was great until it started raining, and we got rained out. They had to go back to work, so it was great while it lasted, but in the end we didn't get to see the whole race, which kind of sucked. Even if you're not into NASCAR, we were, I don't know, almost front row seats, literally just a couple of rows back from one of the curves, and having a rush of cars go by you at 200 miles an hour that are so loud that they basically rattle your rib cage is pretty wild. I'm not a huge NASCAR fan, but I'm not anti-NASCAR by any stretch either. It's fun to do, but like I said, I hadn't been to one in 30 years, so you know, it was fun, and I was very appreciative of the offer to go to the race. So if you're watching this video, thanks a whole lot to Carter. Appreciate it a great deal. Very nice of you. They did a major overhaul in the stadium a few years back. Spent quite a bit of time and effort on it. A good friend of mine was one of the contractors that did some of the work. Longtime friend named John. Well, there's Best Buy, where I spend a boatload of money buying stuff to put out videos. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but my channel's not monetized. Not that I would probably be making a ton of money, because other than a handful of Bike Week videos, I don't have any of those, like, you know, 500,000 views kind of videos out there other than Bike Week. It's very little compared to a lot of the bigger guys. Go ahead, hon. You're good. Oh, okay. Anyway, let me run in here real quick and go grab some stuff for the old fart cat. I'll be right back. Alright, well that's out of the way. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with all this crazy stuff, but definitely putting a crimp in a lot of people's lifestyles. and definitely creating some serious havoc. And it all could have been stopped, but when stuff like this breaks out in a totalitarian regime like the Communist Party of China, and they cover it up and they lie about it, well, then everybody's just like, oh, must suck being them, but everything's cool here. Can't be that bad. Kind of reminds me of when Chernobyl blew up, in a way, because they didn't say squat to anybody hardly, and all of a sudden all the radiological detectors were going haywire in Western Europe and in Scandinavia. That was just before I got stationed over in Germany. A few months before that, or a few months after that happened, I got stationed there. And all the guys that had been there for that said to me, yeah, we were out training. We were out riding helicopters and walking all over Germany, doing air mobile infantry stuff. And then they hauled us back to the barracks because all of Europe was basically getting blanketed with radiation. And once again, totalitarian communist regimes did absolutely nothing. Of course, I know this is pretty much the first time I've ever mentioned politics on this channel, but you can't avoid the fact that whenever you have governments that are absolutely not accountable to anybody but the very, very few in power and a handful of party apparatchiks, you're never going to get the true story, and we never will get the true story. But one thing we do know is a lot of people died needlessly all around the world because they didn't get their you-know-what together and do a shutdown. And it was their Lunar New Year, I believe, or something to that effect. One of their biggest, like, imagine July 4th occurred here in the United States, and we knew that everybody had a disease that could kill hundreds of thousands of people in this country. But we decided, nah, we're going to go ahead and have all of America go out and celebrate this national holiday and say nothing about it. And we're going to let millions of people leave to go elsewhere in our country to celebrate it elsewhere around the world, which millions of people left China on aircraft, on routine flights to places all around the world, helping to spread this disease to everybody else. And now, myself, the people in the first responder community, the hospitals, we're all on the front lines of this garbage, and a lot of other people who are out there doing their jobs. And this is all needless. This is absolutely needless. This could have been stopped in China, or if not stopped, contained to the point that basically the entire world is not shutting down. And we talk about all the deaths that are happening from the disease. Imagine how many deaths are going to happen when people are destitute after weeks and months. People who've lived paycheck to paycheck, or even people who own small businesses and operate on small profit margins, and their employees. How many people are just going to throw up their hands, give up, and do themselves in? And I pray to God you don't. Please don't. Because as you know, no matter how much you think times are bad now, times can always get better. Sure, they can get worse too, but times can always get better. I know when I got divorced, I thought my life as I knew it was done and over with. I was terrified that I'd never see my kids again. But it all worked out. And the fact that I wasn't married and had the freedom to do what I wanted to do allowed me to go to school to get the career I have now. And that would have never happened had I still been married. I can guarantee you that. So, I know times are rough, but hang in there, fight hard. It may take you months, it may take you years to recover from this downturn, just like it did when we had the big crash, the stock market crashed, and the economy burst back in 08, 09, whenever that was. It took people years to recover from that. So, hang tight and just keep on plugging away, because, man, that's all you can do. I know there's a lot of people out there that you don't even realize care about you. And I'm very grateful to each and every one of you as subscribers. Just simply your kind words that you give me from putting out my videos. That means the world to me. So hang in there and just keep on fighting the fight, man. Do what you got to do to get by. So after that nice long rant, I'm just going to go ahead and call this a video. And once again, thanks so much for the positive commentary. I'll try to keep putting out content as much as I can. I mean, I'll be out riding my motorcycle to and from work, so, you know, I'll put out whatever videos I can. I'll do some compilation videos, some old footage I got, and anything else, like I said, put it in the comments down below. I'll see what I can do. You know, if you got some ideas for content that are not specifically me riding around on a motorcycle, give me a holla. So, anyway, thanks so much. And if you like the content of the channel, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications so you know when I got another one coming out. And talk at you later. Ride safe and wear your helmet. Bye-bye.